CPI report just dropped yesterday and it's not looking so good, you guys. I do think this was already priced into the stock market. Like everyone already knew that inflation was coming. We just didn't know what it was going to be. CPI came in at 3.3%. Majority of this was actually because of gasoline prices. I'm sure that you've seen the effects at the pump already. Because there's no end in sight to the current war, like that ceasefire was just BS. The Strait of Hormuz was closed, then was opened, and now is closed. There's two measures for inflation. There's CPI and there's PCE. The Fed uses PCE, but more or less, they're both very similar things that just have some slightly different metrics in how they actually track and calculate the numbers. But this puts the Fed in a tough spot because the Fed's dual mandate is to maximize employment and to stabilize prices by controlling inflation. And so the issue is that they cannot do anything right now. They cannot drop rates when a war is going on because that will certainly 100% chance propel inflation even further. Now the market is pricing in no rate cuts for the rest of the year, which is a very different sentiment than when the year started off. Companies that are up for refinancing this year on their loans that had started in the early days of COVID when interest rates were really, really low, they're going to have to make some important decisions, especially if they were forecasting rate cuts for the year. Same goes for companies that are more leveraged and have more debt on their books. Either way, the point is that we are just in the beginning and things could get a lot worse from here. Food, manufacturing, trucking, airlines could take up to 6 months for those effects to fully be seen through. Because there is some lag time and there's no clear ending in sight, the next release of these inflation reports will show an even more clearer picture of what these elevated oil prices and supply shock has done to the economy. But as of today, it doesn't look like things are going well, and it certainly doesn't look like things are going to get better anytime soon.